You are paying full price for things you should not be paying full price for. And the reason is not that the discount doesn't exist. The reason is that nobody told you about it, and the store is counting on that. Right now at the grocery store you visited last week, at the pharmacy where you pick up your prescriptions, at the department store you walked through last month, there are discounts sitting there untouched waiting for you. They are real, they are significant, and they will never, ever be offered to you. Not because you don't qualify, but because the entire system is built on the assumption that you won't ask. Most seniors hand over money at the register every single week, money they never had to spend, simply because nobody told them to say 2 words, senior discount. Stay with me because I'm going to walk you through exactly where these discounts are hiding, what ages qualify, which days they apply, and the one sentence that unlocks savings almost everywhere you shop. And toward the end, I'm going to tell you about one card, one membership that opens the door to discounts at hundreds of places you already spend money. And the part that surprises most people, you don't have to be retired to get it. You just have to be 50. If you enjoy straightforward information that actually puts money back in your pocket, make sure you subscribe. New videos come out every week, and I promise they will be worth your time. Let's start where most seniors spend the most money most often, the grocery store. Several major grocery chains run a senior discount program, but here's the thing. Almost none of them post it on a sign. There's no banner at the entrance, the cashier won't bring it up, and it usually only applies on one specific day of the month. Albertsons offers 10% off your entire purchase for shoppers 55 and older, but it applies on designated senior discount days, typically the first Wednesday of each month. Safeway runs a similar program, though the qualifying age there bumps up to 62. Same deal, usually the first Wednesday. Harris Teeter has a program called Club 60, which gives qualifying members a discount every Thursday, but you have to sign up for their loyalty card first. Hy-Vee offers 5% off every Wednesday for shoppers 55 and older, and at Fry's it's 10% off selected items, again on the first Wednesday of the month, for shoppers 55 and up. Now here's what all of those have in common. None of them are printed on a sign. None of the cashiers are trained to offer it. You have to walk in knowing which day it is and ask for it at the register. That's it. That's the whole barrier between you and 10% off your groceries every month. And let me put that in real terms. If you spend $300 a month on groceries, and most people spend more than that, 10% off is $30 back in your pocket every month. That's $360 a year. From one question, one day a month, at a store you're already going to. Now let's talk about the pharmacy, because this is where the numbers can get even more interesting. Walgreens has what they call a senior day through their membership program. Shoppers 55 and older can save 20% on Walgreens brand products and 15% on many other eligible items. This typically happens about once a month. And on the medications, vitamins, and household health items that most people buy regularly, 20% is not a small thing. Across a year, that adds up to real money on purchases you are going to make regardless. But again, you have to know the day, and you have to ask. Now here's where it gets even better. Department stores, because these discounts tend to be the most generous and the least talked about. Kohl's gives shoppers 60 and older 15% off in store, and this happens every Wednesday, not once a month, every single Wednesday. That's 15% off clothing, kitchenware, gifts, linens, anything you'd normally buy there, and Kohl's doesn't advertise this at the front of the store. You walk in, you tell the cashier your age, you ask for the senior discount, and they apply it. That's the whole process, 15% every week. Can you believe that? Now let's talk about restaurants, because while these tend to be smaller discounts, they're everywhere. Many fast food chains and sit-down restaurants offer a senior discount somewhere between 55 and 60 years old, though it can vary by location and sometimes by individual franchise. Sometimes it's a discounted drink, sometimes it's a percentage off the meal. It's not going to change your life in a single visit, but if you eat out a few times a week and you remember to ask, over a full year that becomes real money, and it costs you nothing to say the words. But here's the part nobody really talks about. Some of the biggest discounts out there have nothing to do with a store. If you are 62 or older, the federal government will sell you a lifetime pass to every national park in America for around $80. One time. Good for the rest of your life. That pass covers you and everyone in your vehicle. Hundreds of national parks and federal recreational lands, free forever. Or if you'd rather test it out first, there's an annual version for around $20. For anyone who travels or even just enjoys getting out in nature occasionally, There's almost nothing else in this country that gives you that much value for that little money. Now here's something even more people overlook. Amtrak, the national train service, offers 10% off fares for passengers 65 and older. You just have to request it when you book. And most major movie theater chains offer senior pricing for guests 60 and older, sometimes every day and sometimes on designated senior days during the week. Same with museums and local attractions. Many have a senior day that's never advertised anywhere near the front entrance. You have to ask at the box office. That's it. By the way, if you're finding this useful, go ahead and subscribe. It helps the channel and it makes sure you catch the next video because there's always something that can save you money or help you avoid a costly mistake. Now here is one that genuinely catches people off guard. If you are on a Medicare Advantage plan, there is a very good chance you already have a free gym membership and you have no idea it's there. Programs like Silver Sneakers are included in millions of Medicare Advantage plans. That means access to thousands of gyms and fitness centers across the country, plus online exercise classes you can do from home at zero additional cost. It's already built into the plan you're paying for, and yet millions of people are either paying out of pocket for a gym or skipping exercise entirely, while this benefit sits completely unused inside their Medicare plan. All it takes is one phone call to the number on the back of your insurance card. Ask one question. Does my plan include a fitness benefit? The answer is very often yes. Most people miss this completely. Now let's talk about the bills that come in every single month. Because this is where a discount doesn't just help you once, it keeps paying you over and over again. Several major phone carriers offer plans specifically for customers 55 and older, and some of them are significantly cheaper than standard plans. We're talking 2 people with unlimited service for a price most families would be genuinely jealous of. But it doesn't stop there. Your internet provider may have a reduced rate for seniors or for people on a fixed income. So might your electric company, your water service, even your trash collection. Almost none of these programs are advertised anywhere. They exist quietly, available to anyone who asks, and they are almost never mentioned unless you call and specifically ask whether a senior rate or low-income rate is available. One phone call to each of your monthly providers. That's the investment. And if even 2 or 3 of them say yes, you've just lowered your fixed monthly expenses for years to come. Now here's something that trips up a lot of people. Not all senior discounts start at the same age. Some begin at 55, some at 60, some at 62, and some at 65, which means there is a very good chance you already qualify for discounts you've never claimed, simply because you assumed you had to wait until 65. If you're 55 or older right now, you are eligible for something, somewhere today. Don't wait. Start asking. And that brings me to the most powerful tool I want to leave you with today. The one I mentioned at the beginning. There is a membership offered by the largest senior organization in the country, and I'm going to let you search the description below for the specific name because these organizations and their deals can change. But the key point is this. You can join at age 50. You do not have to be retired. You don't even have to be close to retirement. For a small annual fee, typically under $20 for a basic membership, that card unlocks discounts at hundreds of places you already spend money. Hotels, car rentals, restaurants, eyeglasses, prescriptions, and yes, some of your monthly bills. For a lot of people, the savings they get from that card in the first month more than pay for the entire year of membership, and then it keeps paying them every month after that. If you're 50 or older and you don't have this card, you are very likely leaving more money on the table than almost anything else we talked about today. But here's the rule that matters more than any specific store or program I've mentioned. Ask everywhere, every register, every pharmacy counter, every restaurant, every phone call with a provider. Ask 7 words. Do you offer a senior discount? That's it. The worst they can say is no, and you've lost nothing. But again and again, the answer will be yes. A discount that was never posted, that the cashier would never have mentioned, that you would have walked right past. The system is built this way on purpose. The discount stays in the store's pocket as long as you stay quiet. The only way to claim what's yours is to open your mouth and ask for it. So this week, make it a habit. Everywhere you spend money, every single time, ask the 7 words. Grocery store, pharmacy, restaurant, department store, phone company, ask, and do one thing for me right now. Think of someone you love who is over 55 and is quietly paying full price for everything because nobody ever told them they didn't have to. Send them this video. Your sister, your neighbor on a fixed income, a friend who stretches every dollar to make it work. The odds are genuinely good that they overpaid at the grocery store and the pharmacy this very week, for no reason other than that they never knew to ask. One share from you could put real money back in their pocket every single month for years to come, from nothing more than learning to say 7 words. That's what we're here for. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next one.